Sup guys, we're back. We're looking at another article for some new stuff that's been announced, and we have a Moz.
It's burger time.
It is burger time.
I've been so excited.
I haven't read these, but I know it's Hungry Burger support, so even if it's garbage, it slaps. So, it's time to construct the deadliest burger with Nouvellez. I'm always conscious about my pronunciations.
You can't be with that. I don't even know where that word's from or what it's a construction of.
Well, it's a word that doesn't exist in French. It makes no sense. So the way the French would say it is nouvelle, because EZ in French sound like E.
Sounds en français.
Nouveau. It might be a
Nouveau.
It might be a twist on nouveau.
Okay. So, no, please be gentle with us. We think this is a demonology theme. The...
Gauchier. Gauchier.
Why are we mixing Yu-Gi-Oh with French now?
Because
Last week it was Yu-Gi-Oh with dinosaurs. Come on. Combined with high-grade French cuisine, names can and will be shuffled around. Nouveau.
Close enough.
Cuisine is an approach to cooking and food presentation in French cuisine. In contrast to cuisine
Classique. An older form of haute cuisine.
Yeah, I'm quite sad to say I did not understand what he said, but mostly because I wasn't expecting him to say it. The problem is English people tend to pronounce the H by creating an intonation. We don't. So for French, the sound that this should make is the equivalent of OT, haute cuisine, not the form of haute cuisine.
Cuisine. Nouveau cuisine is characterized by lighter, more delicate dishes and increased emphasis on presentation. It's the way to little food on a plate that looks nice for photographs. Food method you've definitely seen in cooking. So I guess amuse-bouche, nice present.
Amuse-bouche is an appetizer.
Yeah. Like nice presentable small dishes. Yeah, things like that.
But yeah, cool. You take the French bits, I'll take the non-French bits. Okay, so we have a level 1 ritual. I am not pronouncing that. You can give it a go.
That is adorable. Let's start off.
It is adorable.
Over a hot boiling thing of soup. You reckon they're going to cook it, or is it just, cooking?
Look at that guy.
I don't know if they're putting it in the soup. Oh, no, it's a spirit coming out of the soup. Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Demon soup.
Level 1. Right.
Under the little heart.
Let's attempt this name.
Okay.
Bouillabaisse de Nouveau.
Oh, no, it's close, but I can't give it to him. Yeah, it is.
Like a bouillabaisse.
I imagine there'll be French dishes either way. God forbid tripe. Which is escargot, I think.
No, escargot is snail. Tripe is like organ jelly.
I don't remember. You can ritual summon this card with any recipe card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn.
Hard once per turn on that.
Right, but each effect is allowed. If this card is special summon, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck. And if you do, you can add an excavated Nouveau card to your hand. Also, shuffle the rest back into the deck. So quite a Sylvan-based effect.
That's really sick if the ritual spells are...
If they've got plenty of names, and the names are good, like they can abuse it better than Sylvan.
And the names are across both sides of what you need.
Yeah, so it's a nice digger. Second effect. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, or when this card is targeted for an attack... Quick effect, you contribute this card and one other attack position monster on either field. And if you do special summon 1 level 2 or 3 Nouveau ritual monster from your hand or deck. So ignoring the summoning conditions, it can summon a ritual from deck, tribute 1 other attack position monster. But the only issue I'm seeing here is that when it is targeted for an attack or by a card effect.
Hold up though. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, that doesn't say your opponent.
You can, yeah. So if we've noticed a common theme here where they can target each other. That's actually not that bad. So picking off your opponent's stuff is pretty powerful.
Especially if it, targets. Right, this is French. Holy base, I was right.
Yeah. There's a traditional provincial fish stew originating in the port city of Marseille.
No.
Marseille.
No.
Marseille.
Marseille.
Oui.
I think so.
That sounds right, actually. Bloody hell, I'm supposed to be getting the French here. The French and English form bouillabaisse.
Basically say the fucking bowl, basically. It's basically boule is a French for a bowl. And Bez is also the French for the art of having sex.
As you said.
Bouillabaisse.
Bouillabaisse comes from the provincial Occitan?
Occitan. Let's have a comment from the bouillabaisse.
Or Occitan? Occitan word bolhabesa. A compound that consists of two bolhair and abassa.
I can't mark that with this one because it's old. It's basically an old language, which I do not, an old French language, but I do not actually know.
I think we're going to skip these note section.
I love the attention to detail they're putting in
I
here.
do. Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization is fantastic.
Bert is a lion-headed demon with 5 feet in a wheel pattern who is a master of philosophy and herbs and medical plants.
Okay.
All right.
We'll skip the notes after that one.
Confiture de Nouveau.
He couldn't have failed it anymore if he tried. I'm not certain about the confitra, but de Nouvellez ou de Nouvellez, je ne suis pas sûr. I'm not certain he got anything wrong right in this. The de. Actually, no, he didn't because he said de. It's de, not de. Confitra de Nouvellez. De Nouvellez.
Ah, like confit.
It's a warrior, so this can be rotated.
Ooh.
Can the top one be rotated, actually? No, that's a beast warrior.
War-
So we...
Wait
Tenki.
a minute.
Tenki. No.
Rota and Tenki.
Absolutely not.
Great.
Right, lovely.
He is also fantastic. But I'm not going to full screen again until I've got all my keyboard shortcuts down.
Okay. Can ritual summon this card with any recipe card. So there is a theme here. I imagine they've got new recipe cards that are out. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy it. Never gonna miss. MST is solid. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, common theme, or when this card is targeted for an attack quick effect, you contribute both this card and one other attack position monster on the field. Either field, and if you do special summon 1 level 3 or 4 Nouveau ritual monster from your hand or deck. So the common theme is they get effects if they're targeted for attacks or by card effects, so you can target it. They have niche effects when they're summoned, and they rotate into each other, so they're nice floaters by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Already.
That looks pretty sick. I think the whole thing that might tie it together is the targeting. If you've got a way in archetype to target them. Okay.
Oh god. Bullet test in Nouveau.
They did what they could. They did really. Poëletti de Nouvellez.
Cool.
Alright, Beast Warrior again can be searched off of Tenki. This is a sad theme. Again, a recipe card required to ritual summon it. When it's special summon, you can draw 1 card.
My God, hold up. How many searches are these going to have? Because, like, what does pre-prep do?
Pre-prep, well, we don't know if there is a spell card that lists them yet. So if that crops up, then there is an issue because they can abuse Tenki, Rota, so we're just waiting. If this card is special summon, you can draw one card, so deck thinning. When a card is activated, same thing. That targets... Oh, here we are. Difference. When a card or effect is activated that targets a monster or monsters on the field, so it's not limited to itself.
Yeah.
Or when a monster is targeted for an attack, quick effect, you contribute both one Nouvelle monster you control and one attack position monster on the field, and if you do, special summon level 4 or 5. So there's climbing here from your hand or deck, so no limited either. That is pretty powerful.
And that is pan-fried.
Yes.
Okay. Level 4 Dark Warrior.
Rota. All right.
I'll take this one because you haven't shut up yet.
All right.
You can ritual summon this card with any recipe card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. I am assuming that's going to be a constant theme. We'll stop reading it and we'll call it out if it's different. If this card is special summoned, you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, shuffle them into the deck.
Wow.
Stop it. We've just got rid of this.
Yeah. Mudora and...
No more.
Keldo in one card.
I swear to God, if there's a mill 5. Bringing Tear back with Hungry Burger. Best meme ever. If this card's special summoned, we've done that. When a card or effect is activated that targets a monster or monsters on the field, or when a monster is targeted for an attack, quick effect, you contribute both one of this and one attack position monster on the field, and if you do, special summon a level 5 or 6 ritual monster from your hand or deck. And this is Foie Gras. Okay, we've got the level 5, which is a Beast Warrior.
Balamuanir de Nouveau.
Oh. Yeah, this one would be Balamunière de Nouvellez.
That's kind of sick.
It's got like... I'm getting some Unchained themes from that.
Yeah, I'm vibing. Except that's a bear.
It looks like the doggo.
Except a bear.
But it can also be Tenki'd. So...
Does Tenki not have a level limit?
No.
Are you sure?
It might do. It might be a level 4 or
Yeah. Okay.
Either way, this is...
You can ritual summon it. Same. You can add one...
Nouveau or recipe.
Or recipe card from your deck to your hand.
We have a Rota.
Well, we have the... Well, yeah.
The Rota to the Rota.
That's an everything Rota. You can target one opponent's attack position monster, tribute it, blah, blah, blah. And if you do, special summon one level 6 from your hand or deck. This is a quick effect if this card was special summoned by a Nouveau monster effect.
It sticks with it, so the quick effect
So that I would
with it.
assume is interaction on their turn.
Yeah.
Oh, was this guy? Whatever.
Grilla. Something Grilla.
Yeah.
Gorilla.
They're not even trying. Actually, and the worst part is they're actually quite far. Baigrier. So it would be Baigrier. ILL normally sounds like if it was literally just a Y, so griller. It would be Baigrier. Nouvellez.
Warrior. Can't be Rota.
6 warrior. You can ritual summon it with any recipe card, same as before. If this card is special summoned, you can negate the effects of as many face-up cards.
Yep.
Your opponent. This is Kali Yuga. Your opponent currently controls as possible until the end of the turn. Then, if it was special summoned by a Nouveau card, well, monster effect. Tribute all monsters they control. Quick effect. You can target one opponent's attack position monster, tribute it, and if you do, special summon one Hungry Burger.
This is awful. This is actually insane. Like,
From your hand.
hang on. All right, hang on. This is the problem, right? You can ritual summon this card with any recipe card.
Yeah.
So it can be ritual summoned with other things. If this card is special summoned, you can negate the effects of as many face-up cards your opponent controls, regardless of how it was summoned. So this is silly.
That is Kali Yuga and
if there
It's
is,
tribute as well.
yeah. So,
That's a Kali Yuga.
but that's if it was specifically summoned by a Nouveau.
Yeah, but still, that's like Kali Yuga sphere mode plus whatever.
So rituals have now got a generic Kali Yuga if you can summon it in your opponent's turn,
that's disgusting.
and it's also searchable, I imagine, off of Herald.
That's disgusting.
So you can target one opponent's attack
mean,
position monster, tribute it.
I'm sure the dish is delicious, but that's disgusting.
You've not read the second effect.
I did.
Oh yeah. So it's got another tribute effect.
Oh, kaijus, Jesus.
That is
Okay.
ridiculous.
Nouveau's a table.
At least you avoided the embarrassment. It's not actually even that hard. Nouvellez Auberge à table. Because in French, when there's LE, we actually pronounce it LE, not EL.
Field spell. You can activate one card with this card's name per turn. When this card's resolved, you can add a recipe card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, you can place one ritual monster from your hand on the bottom of your deck and draw one card. During your end phase, you can target 2 cards in your graveyard, including one recipe card, place them on the bottom of the deck in any order and draw one card. That's nice.
So constant recursion.
That's pretty nice.
Can also be terraforming.
Yeah. Can...
Recette de poison.
Very close, very close. That's a B, that's a B. Recette de poisson.
I mean, I think you could even like... Nah,
poison.
no way they're going to be quickly. Right, ritual spell. Fish recipe. This card can be used to ritual summon any nouveau ritual monster. Is this a recipe card or whatever they called it? Yeah, fish recipe.
Yeah.
Okay. Was right there. I was just being dumb. One, ritual summon one nouveau monster from your hand by attributing monsters in your hand or on the field whose level total the amount of the ritual monster. This is very classic ritual spell. Then, if you ritual summoned nouveau base,
The first or the second one?
which
The first one.
yeah, the level 1.
Yep.
With this effect, you can add one recipe ritual spell from your deck to your graveyard, deck or graveyard to your hand, except that.
Right, so
So you
this is
can't
pretty big.
loop
It
itself,
specified a ritual monster. So pre-prep can be played.
That's kind of big. This just wrote this.
So it is.
But half your deck is wrote.
So you can play Rota, 10 key, and you've got access to pre-prep. And if you can abuse the extra deck in any way,
And I haven't seen a normal summon.
I haven't seen a normal summon anywhere there.
Diviner.
So Diviner can send Herald, get constant searches, can send Nentis, break that board, make the new Vol a lot more
I don't
effective.
know the Ben 10 loop, but is that a thing?
The Benton loop, no, because it would be searching lights, light fairies. So none of them are light fairies. They're all beast and warriors. There's no Benton of use here, but
But there's plenty of
they float into each other. There's plenty of consistent opportunities. These could be quite an interesting engine. So it might not even be a pure deck. This might be able to be slapped into something. And Hungry Burger isn't mandatory in any of the effects,
Yeah.
other than the last one's second effect.
Which, you don't really need.
You don't need it.
That last one is pushed. Right. Any nouveau, ritual summon one nouveau, da 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 da.
Bon, je vois qu'ils sont abandonnés. C'est recette de viande. En japonais, Nico, Priori, no recipe.
Yada yada yada. It specifies confitress.
Then if you ritual summon, Confitress, with this effect, you can change all opponents' defense position monsters to faithful attack. That's...
Not as interesting, but it can still be pre-prep.
It is kind of interesting just for the fact of it stops you being able to play around their kaiju effects by sticking stuff in defense.
Yeah. Oh well, no. If you're looking to attack, because all the ritual monsters,
Yeah, that's what. I mean.
tribute off the attack monsters, so it makes sense that it has that sort of effect. That's nice.
Couple of traps, so you go ahead.
Et la prochaine, Recette de personnel. Celui-là, je ne connais pas. Makonai. No recipe.
Right, so target one ritual monster you control, special one Nouveau token, and if you do its level becomes that monster's. You can send this face-up card from your spell or trap card zone to the graveyard. Ritual summon a Nouveau ritual monster from your hand by attributing a monster from your hand or field whose totals exactly equal the level of the ritual monster. It doesn't seem that strong for what this has already been putting out. It's just a nice trap card to go with it.
Nothing. Did anything search the traps either?
I think that the spell trap can be searched. It says spell or trap in the monsters that search them. So, but we have a counter trap here, so this might be interesting.
Recette de spécialité. Ok. Pour mes amis japonais, chef G-Man no recipe.
When a spell trap card or monster fated is activated, and while you control a Nouveau, negate the activation. Then, if you control a monster special summoned by a Nouveau, destroy that card. So.
Counter traps.
Oh, if you special summon Hungry Burger, you can banish this card from your graveyard, tribute all monsters your opponent controls. So
Hungry
even if this is just an engine one-off, they can grab this, they can insulate a nice board, try and figure out a way how to get the level 6 on field during their opponent's turn, or if they're going second, and then they can just grind your opponent down, and a resource like this is just going to help them get through the next turn, finish them off when they need to.
Grind them like beef.
Oh yeah, oh, absolutely.
But overall, they did okay, but there are some moments where I just couldn't take it. C'était vraiment très pénible à voir. Ou surtout à écouter. Ils ont massacré notre langue, ils ont massacré tout ce qui nous rend fiers. S'ils pouvaient s'arrêter, ça aurait été bien. En fait, s'ils avaient pu ne jamais commencer, ça aurait été mieux, mais malheureusement, on m'a demandé d'aider, et c'est moi qui dois souffrir pour ça. Donc, s'il vous plaît, ne refaites plus jamais ça. À bientôt.
And we're getting Hungry Burger, we're getting Hamburger Recipe, and that's...
So we are getting new recipe cards.
Yeah, but these are like the reprints.
The nostalgia.
Of the OCG, yeah.
But you don't even need a hamburger recipe. You are literally turboing out Hungry Burger.
If Hungry Burger becomes bulk, I think I'm going to fill a binder with it and find a use for it later.
Yeah, no, I might be all over this.
Yeah.
A deck like Drytron doesn't look like it's going to be able to use something like this, but if you take Liberamancer, you take Liberamancer, you take...
it was on the tip of my tongue, and then like you were like L, and I was like, that's it.
Not so much Megalith. I don't know what they could do with something like this, but this seems engine-based.
Yeah.
And they're all dark, so that also utilizes a lore of darkness on top of the rotors they can have.
Got any 8s? Are we going straight in it as well?
No 8.
Right, we will bring this dude up. That's very cool.
Getting Dark Lord Unchained out of all of this artwork. This is insane. That is a very good piece of artwork.
That is very cool. And I love like the little bit of humor with like the
They're not very big.
The hat.
They are going to need things around them to push the game. So they haven't made this fair. They've made this interesting. So this could be cracked if they can splash big things around it, or it could just be fair.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I am, but they have so much consistency. So
like consistency. It's just rituals as well. They've got so many tools.
they can be responded to.
Is Hungry Burger vanilla?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
ARA?
ARA?
Yeah. Advanced Ritual Art. I don't know.
No, that's using normal monsters. So you'd have to play the bricks for Hungry Burger in that instance, but I don't even know if you could.
Wait, so you can't use Hungry Burger if it's a normal... because it's got to be
a ritual.
It's got to be a normal.
Yeah, normal monster. But the cards can be responded to. There's nothing that says that you can't.
Well, they'd have to be respondable because that'd just be like, I'm going to blow up your entire board and you're not.
It's going to be a waiting
thing.
game. You've got to be brave with this. You've got to wait for them to start doing things to you before you start responding to these monsters. Because if they're activating that pre-prep, that, you know, those consistency cards, yes, you could use something like Ash there, but your Imperms, your Veilers, you want to be keeping for the monsters when they're there causing havoc.
because Havoc they could.
That is a lot of potential here.
Just that Dark Rule, that Kali Yuga is insane. But yeah, that's been us. This should hopefully come out real soon. There'll probably be a stream right after it as well, so check that out. We try and, you know, end the videos with them. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell icon. Do you have any last thoughts?
Burger time.
Namaste, fuckers. We'll see you next time.
I know it's terrible because you know how normally when some people make efforts to speak your language, you should be encouraging them. But because I'm French, I don't have to. Because we've got a shitty reputation anyway.